true that you and Sam adopted a dog in the pandemic?
Well, I had Sadie, who was my queen, who was a German Shepherd that I got down in Tijuana. And I knew she was gonna be leaving us. So I decided, whenever a dog is gonna leave, I get another dog to annoy them into living longer.
Yeah.
So we rescued Gus, who is from this great rescue place called Hearts and Bones.
We work with them all the time
Wait,
here.
nice little snoot.
They've gotten me in a lot of trouble.
They're so great.
Yeah, I fostered a bunch of dogs from there, and then, you know, they found permanent homes.
I feel like if I fostered, I would never, they would all be foster fails.
You know what's shocking? I've been able to do it, and I don't think I'm a
Really?
cold-hearted person, but
No,
like...
and you love dogs.
And I've gotten them trained, and then, you know, off they go.
Well, Gus is a little bit of an a-hole. He doesn't love... Like, Sadie was a queen who was like, whatever you need. And he's like, no, this is my house, this is mine. And he's like such a boy. So he's not, it takes a moment for the negotiation of dogs to get on with one another.
Well, speaking of boys, Leslie has been in a relationship. How long have you and Sam
Oh my God,
been
18
together?
years.
Okay, her partner, Sam Rockwell, everybody. Academy Award-winning Sam Rockwell.
Look at how cute he is.
Well, Monica asked me what my favorite movie is that I've ever gotten to do, and I named a couple, but one of them was Charlie's Angels, and Sam is the villain in Charlie's Angels 1.
Good.
I remember
I was doing the show Popular, and Carly Pope, who played my sister, called me, and we call each other Frau. She's like, Frau, you have to go see this movie. It is so good. And like what you did, because she's also an amazing, and she produced it, which is people were not doing at the time. Women were not doing it. Actresses were not doing it. And you were so smart, and you were like, no, I'm gonna produce this. You just did it, and you like stuck it like Simone Biles.
Well, your
the
beautiful
Olympics.
life partner, Sam Rockwell, I had always loved him, and so I was like, could we please do the film with him? And then he said yes, and then we'd made 3 films together. I mean, we've been friends forever, but I know Leslie because of Sam. What was our first meeting?
Okay.
Because I just feel like, oh, once you guys got together, it's like I knew you forever, but where did we meet?
So I had auditioned for He's Just Not That Into You.
Okay.
Nancy Javonin was in the room.
My partner of Flower Films, 31 years we've been together.
And where I was, like, the audition went so well, like, I shouldn't have I was like a nobody, but Nancy was like, that was a really good audition, and she's like, I want you to meet Drew, come to Drew's. Did you throw, like, a Halloween party?
I used to throw the best house parties ever, all pre-kids. I had so much fun.
So much fun. It was like a house, and it was the first time, I'd never known anybody to do, it was like the Madonna party for the Oscars, where you have to take a car to another car to get to the house. You don't know where the house is, it's all secret.
Yes.
I'd never done anything secret squirrel like that. I was like, this is elite, oh, this is so cool. And so I go, and I'm like, but secretly I am an introvert masking as an extrovert. So I was like, I don't want to go because I'm scared because I have to go alone. My agent's like, you're gonna go meet Drew Barrymore. And I was like, okay. And then I dressed up. I'm terrible at costumes. I feel like we had to be in a costume.
Yeah, it was a mandatory thing.
Yes, and so I had a really janky costume, and I came in knowing nobody, and I saw Nancy, which was like, oh, and she's like, hi, Drew's over there. And then she was like, go say hi. And I like walked across the room, and you were with all your gays were with you, and you were you guys were having
changed.
Same. And you were having such, and I just was like, I was so awkward. And I was like, hi. And you were like, just looked at me like I was nuts. And I was like, probably nuts because I looked like a creepy person being like, hi. I was like, okay, bye. And I mean, like, I just left. So I go to the bathroom. 2 things about me. I love interiors. And I love hand towels. I love like towels for your kitchen, not to use paper towels, even though I do use paper towels. But I love a hand towel, and I like throwing parties. And I walked into your beautiful bathroom, and it was just a powder room, and there's so many people here. And I go to wash my hands, and I look down, and you do not have paper. You have, I have it. And I stole it. And I'm not giving it back. I have it. So, like, what is this? Like, this is probably, I hadn't even met Sam. This is like 22 years ago. I'm not kidding.
God.
I'm crazy.
I can't believe I'm
Look
about
at how pretty it is. Look at how pretty. This is what you wipe your hands.
Yes, I know that towel!
I had never seen anything so pretty.
Oh my God.
And this is what you had just for everybody. People were like throwing it. It was like all over. I was like, and I thought this color, and I was like this in my purse.
Oh
sorry.
my God.
And then I was like, bye. And then like ran away.
And I still have it. By the way,
Isn't it pretty?
if you want to know the origin,
I lost my thing.
if you want to know the origin story of that towel,
Oh, I love an origin story. Sorry,
those
Bubby.
were the towels I bought when I married Tom Green for our wedding. So
Guys,
that's the history of that. It's vintage. I bought it on eBay. And those were my tablecloths at Tom and I's wedding. And
By the way, who knew you had to marry Tom Green just to give me my favorite hand towel?
it was worth it. It was worth it. Wait, how did you meet
Sorry, I stole from
Sam?
you.
Because Sam and I, we've done 3 movies together. Yep. We've been friends for decades now.
He loves you.
I love him so much. We're very brother and sister.
Yeah.
We've played brother and sister.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's fine.
That's right.
Robert De Niro just sent him a birthday card today. Like, literally knock at the door, and
my
there's
goodness.
a delivery, and it's a handwritten note.
Wow.
Isn't he sweet? That guy's a class act.
I'm so happy for both of you because you have both succeeded so much in your individual lives, in your professional lives, and in your personal lives. You've been together 18 years.
Hard. It ain't easy.
You said something that really spoke to me as just a woman out there on the planet walking around. Single, very, very, very single. Not sad single, happy single. Thanks.
Well, don't you also find this as I get older, I really value, I literally said this to Sam the other day, that I really value my alone time as much as I value our time, and they're equal. Like, I think it's very important to, like, Sam and I are not a couple that we have to be together all the time. Like, when I have to go somewhere and do a job and be by myself, I like alone time.
I would imagine that's a part of your secret sauce is having respect for individuality, independence.
Yeah.
And in our jobs that are a little unorthodox in the sense of like, there are other jobs where you just go somewhere for 7 months at a time. How long were you in Thailand doing White Lotus?
He showed up around month 6, but I'd been there for 6 months. And like we were apart, I saw him at like month 5, I think.
You gotta I've dated people who in those circumstances would make me feel really bad about it. And I was like, dude, this is not gonna work.
Drew,
this is my job. I would not do this to you. So
I went out with a guy. Oh God.
Tell me everything.
But it literally says more about me than him. Because anybody can say whatever the heck they wanna say. It's whether or not you do it, right? So I went out with a guy who anytime I had to do a love scene.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
He made me buy him something. And not like a little something, like a windsurfer or a surfboard. And he said these famous words to me. Well, you know, if you haven't made it by the time you're 30, you should just give up. And I really, and I would sort of be like, okay, and I would try to keep the juggling of, because he wasn't an actor, he wasn't in the arts, and for some reason, I was picking him. There was some bigger lesson I needed to learn for myself, which was, I think, no, I'm an artist, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it until whatever, make it. What does that even mean, make it? So, but thank God that 29-year-old self or 28-year-old self didn't believe what he was saying, and that I did sort of take it in for a while, and then finally I was like, no.
It takes so long to get there, though.
No, and if you had told me when I was 25 that the best year of your life or the best few years of your career are gonna happen when you hit 50, I would have been like, no, that's when they put you out to pasture.
Not anymore.
And not anymore.
I had always put other people's feelings ahead of myself, not because I'm such a saint, but because I was stupid and didn't think that I mattered, and I really wanted to make it okay for everyone else. And this is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
If a guy was making me feel bad for what I had to do, I was there to make him feel better.
Yes.
And not take care of myself. And
Well, but also too, were we taught that as kids? I don't know. I don't know that, like, I don't know, whatever my history was. My dad died when I was 3, and my mom was doing the best she could, and all of those things, and whatever has made me who I am, the goods, the peaks and the valleys, but like, that self-worth is something you can teach, but really I think you gotta put it to use and have life lessons. And I think the fall downs, like, I learned so much from probably that kind of mediocre relationship to really learn, like, oh, okay, no, this is mine. And by the way, I hope found like the perfect person for him. I didn't want
did.
Yeah, and I didn't want kids, and he wanted kids. So those are like big non-negotiables.
you and Sam have been very aligned. I love that you guys both
Oh, we did it from the jump.
like laid out your non-negotiables.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Because so many women are scared to do that, thinking they'll drive the man away.
well, but I think it's important because what ends up happening, and this is just my opinion, what do I know? But I said to him, I don't want children, and I don't want to get married. And he didn't believe me forever. He was like, no, but he goes, I don't want to get married and I don't want children.
That's right, and I've always known that about him, so that must have been music to his ears. However,
But he didn't believe me.
Because I bet he dated so many women that said that, but then really didn't mean it.
Because they were saying with the guy, and they're like, oh, I'll convince him, I'll convince him.
Yes, because we're terrified to give the guy the non-negotiables, and we all, like, for years,
One of my non-negotiables was, I said to him, do you have a dog? And he said, no. And I was like, well, do you have a plant? And he goes, no. And he goes, I don't do dogs and I don't do plants. And I said, well, if you want to do me, you better do both.
Sam not be in love with you.
So literally we have a plant, and by the way, his thing about dogs comes from something that happened to him as like a kid and a dog getting taken
You
away.
said you're two people with like intimacy issues.
Totally, but I mean,
that have
we
worked
all?
on things. And this is the thing you said that spoke so much to me as a woman out there who is single, and I am so happy and vehemently, protectively of it single.
Yeah.
And yet when I see people on, places and they look so happy, it's like, is it natural that we just go, oh, that looks real nice?
Yeah,
And
but that's the Instagram of it all, right? Like, it's a little bit, I do the show Palm Royale, and I always, like, people are like, oh, it's set in 1969, and I'm like, and it's all about status and keeping up with the Joneses and all of this stuff.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. This new season, I think, is really good.
I've been watching it. I'm loving it, of course. And I went back to the season finale of the last first season just because I wanted to like freshen up before I started watching season 2. It's incredible, and I love you as a brunette, by the way.
Thanks. That's the natural color. But that show is all about like keeping up with the Joneses and appearances and status, and I think optics. And I think that's what Instagram does. Is like you sit there and you're like, ooh, look at that house. Ooh, look at that relationship. Ooh, look at that. Like, it takes, I don't wake up, like, we go through hair and makeup. Someone helps us pick the clothes. Like, I want to be this person. I want to be, but I'm not. We're like normal people. It's like, and so I think it's the danger of like looking at relationships and thinking, oh, that looks really good over there, but
What's
there are a lot
behind it all?
What's behind of it? And hopefully couples therapy for everybody.
A lot of work. It's a garden. You don't just abandon it.
No.
You water, you cultivate, and you do all the work.
You got to. I mean, we all need our own therapy, and I think yeah, right.
My God.
How old were you when you started going to therapy?
13.
When did it change? Like, when did you really like feel like therapy was like the I mean, I feel like
13.
Really? Did it start to
it hit
click?
me right away. I was so broken, and I met a therapist named Dr. George Blair, and my mom put me in an institution. She just didn't know what to do. She created a monster, didn't mean to, but it did. And he talked to me, and in our first session, I just thought this is the
You felt seen?
safest environment I've ever been in, other than, honestly, like the set of E.T., which just felt so paternal and safe and loving. And I just thought, this man has good intentions. He is safe. There was nothing lascivious. He truly was someone who was there to help kids. And I just was like, I'm gonna go on this adventure. And I could tell right away that the more you work at it, the more you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
What are you hiding? Who's that gonna benefit? Nobody, especially you. And I just dove in to the deep end.
You have to be very vulnerable and fearless to say, this is who I am, and it might not be for everybody. Like, what I'm serving isn't everybody's sauce, but like, it's like you have to know yourself, and it takes a lot of fearlessness to just say, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is not what I like, or I just think that's amazing. By the way, Amy Lou Wood, who was on White Lotus with me.
She came to the show. I freaked
Did she?
out. I loved her so much. I love her.
So,
And she's gonna play. I talked to her. I said, "Do you think that you could possibly play Patty Boyd in the Beatles movies?" Done. She's playing Patty Boyd in the
doing
Beatles
it.
movies. So excited.
She is, you know when you meet somebody and you're just like, oh, this is like a part of my soul that just like came in. So like Amy Lou and I are very, very, very close. Like, it just feels very deep. So we were doing press for White Lotus, and we were at the chateau, and Sammy was like, and Amy and I are always together. And so we were in the room, and Sam's like, let's get serious. We're gonna watch a movie. And we picked E.T. Because we hadn't seen it I hadn't seen it in so long. And Amy Lou and I, have you watched E.T. lately?
It's a real
Lately,
tearjerker.
it's so, you're so, I can't take it. I'm gonna squeeze you.
Well, I'm just so glad that
God.
you and Sam are these really incredible people. You found each other. You both have
lucky to have
done
them.
your best work since being together. I mean, Sam won an Academy Award. You're rocking it. Your career has never been bigger and better. And Palm Royale is another testament to the
How
trajectory.
good's his monologue in White Lotus?
It's unbelievable. I'll never
But
forget
that's
it.
really, I think that monologue, though, is not really about sex. I think it's about someone saying, what are we? Are we who we present to the world? Like, what's our truth? Are
And
we
what are we
spirit
allowed
versus
to be
self? Yeah.
in the eyes of other people,
Yeah.
which is, a terrifying concept, because I think it's you who has to look in the mirror and be okay with it, and not anybody else.
Well,
Anyone else is the bonus. Can you trust yourself? Can you respect yourself? These are all new concepts to me, but I'm loving them.
I know, and there are things you have to work out. You constantly have to work out and remind yourself. I always go some days I'm my best self, and then other days I'm the meanest person to myself. And just believe all that. I think that's the devil, is the person who's whispering you're a jerk, you're this, you're that, whispering, and then you believe it, and it's that doesn't serve anybody.
I know. I'm trying to break that cycle myself.
That one's hard, right?
It is hard.
How come we are able, if someone's saying something negative, we believe that more than we believe when someone says something positive. I think that's such a rotten thing that we do to ourselves.
I know.
Right? Do you do that?
Yeah, I'm working on it very, very hard.
You're the best. You're the best.
So are you.
You're the best.
And everybody, please check out Palm Royale on Apple TV. We're gonna go to a clip as we go to the break. We'll be right back, everybody.
What does everyone think?
It's dazzling, simply dazzling.
Oh, Norma, your approval means the world, considering you were once the love of Axel's life. Indeed, all he talks about is you.
Oh, a schoolboy's crush.
Brave of you to go through with it when you're already married.
This is Palm Beach, not Provo. When Perry disappeared last season, I had him declared dead for tax purposes.